Thank you. Anne?
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to be with all of you who are the true experts, so thank you. Homelessness isn't the problem. Homelessness is the result of the problem. It is the things that we have created as a society that are driving people into homelessness and keeping them there. Today I want to talk about just a few things that I think we can do that really get to some of those conditions that create homelessness. And some of it is going to be very much a repetition of what you've heard and actually what all of you spoke about earlier. One, it has to be a pathway to permanent housing. I've seen Los Angeles switch back to this idea that it is about shelter and getting people off the streets. Of course shelter is important, of course treatment is important, but we cannot lose the focus on permanent housing because that is what people need and what people deserve and have a right to have. It is about permanent housing. We need to clear the pathway. We need to clear the pathway because the hoops and the barriers for people experiencing homelessness are tremendous, as are they for the agencies that try to help. My agency spends as much time on compliance and contracts and paperwork and bureaucracy as we do out there trying to help save people's lives. And you elected officials can help us get rid of those barriers. We have to stop blaming the people. It is not about mental health. It is not about addiction. It is not about choices. It is about the system that drives people into homelessness. It is the fault of the system, and sometimes it's not the failure of the system. The system is doing exactly what it was meant to do. And we have to change those systems. And again, we look to our elected officials to help us make those changes. And we have to stop asking for permission because the answer will always be no. And Councilmember Bonin, I feel for you and I applaud you. You are a man of courage and conviction, and I cannot imagine what you've had to deal with. We have to make it illegal for people to say no. We don't allow them to say no, we don't want black people in our community. We don't allow disabled people in our community. Why the hell should they be allowed to say we don't want unhoused people in our community? We need to say, this is right, this is just, this is humane, and no, we are not asking your permission, we are doing it. And I want to give a small example of something that has worked tremendously well. And here I want to call out my Councilmember De Leon. We have the honor of an agency of managing 2 Project Home Key hotels, and I think everybody here knows about them. It was a success story. In 3 months, we took 2 encampments, and all of those people, 100 people, were housed successfully. There was no police presence. There were no demonstrations. Why? Let me tell you why. Well, again, it was about permanent housing. We told people this is about getting you permanently housed. Secondly, the council member and his staff, the city staff, helped us with all the barriers. We would run into some bureaucratic nonsense. We'd pick up the phone. Those things were solved. We got to do it. Within weeks, we had people housed. People were treated with respect and dignity. They were treated like adults. We didn't put all sorts of barriers and rules and say, we're going to check you and we're going to ask you this and we're going to search you. We said, you know, there are consequences to your behavior, but you're an adult. We're going to treat you that way. And welcome in, and they all came in. And again, the council member was out there getting to know these people, talking to them, treating them like human beings, and worked together with us. And finally, we didn't ask the community for permission. We damn well just went and did it. We did it. And let me tell you, I live in El Sereno, and I can tell you next door lit up like a Christmas tree. How dare they? How dare the council member? How dare the city do this? Oh my God, crime, blah, blah, blah. The encampments were gone. Things were peaceful. People were happy. Now you look at next door. Thank you, council member. Thank you, Union Station. And what I loved were the people on next door who said, thank you for helping those folks. And now business members in the community, volunteers come, they work with us, they help us. It was a success story. Yep. It can be done. It takes courage. It takes changing the system, working together, and again, listening to the people who have lived it, treating them like adults and listening to them, and then we can solve the problem that is causing homelessness. Thank you.